Yo, 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 what's good, world? It's your boy Rob. Andy. Gio will be with us, y'all, in 10 minutes. Real talk, real views. Yo, man, we're gonna be real quick, me and Andy. And Gio, if he pops up, we're gonna be talking about the playoffs. My boy Andy was a superstar in the game of basketball in high school. Everybody knew Andy for his commitment, his drive. Boy, he was dunking on everybody. He was shooting threes on everybody. Shit, if Andy wanted to, he could have got a scholarship. Andy was a beast on the court. Beast on the court, man. But Andy, man, after watching that game, the Nuggets, I would say those guys have a lot of potential, but what is it about the big stage that makes a 20-year-old not realize where he's in? How you not watch Undisputed the night before where Skip Bayless said LeBron has the easiest route to the NBA Finals? The basketball gods are with him. How do you, as a 20-year-old, hear that and not just say, I'm gonna fucking prove Skip Bayless wrong? Because I want to know if those guys watched the clip or not. Because I'm not even on the Denver Nuggets team, and I was mad as hell. I was like, yo, I wish I was on the team. I would block. I would kick. I would do whatever I could, man. Because it looked like the Nuggets didn't even watch that, dog. Like, what do you think went wrong with the Nuggets, Andy?
I mean, nah, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. But well, first things first, I want to say kudos to the Denver Nuggets. They had a phenomenal run. I don't think anybody expected them to probably just accept that first round against the Jazz. Mm-hmm. That's probably the only series winner they expected of them. So it's like the fact that they made it that far to the Western Conference Finals. Kudos to them. But in regards to them listening to the criticism, I think they did, honestly. I think it was, if I remember correctly, it was when they was facing the Clippers. Jamal Murray mentioned how he said everybody needs to shut up. And I think he was talking about mainly about the group of NBA on TNT. So he was talking about Shaq, Chuck, and them, because all of them was saying that, yo, the Lakers gonna beat the Denver Nuggets. Oh, I'm sorry, the Clippers gonna beat the Denver Nuggets or whatnot. And so when the Nuggets beat the Clippers, he was like, yo, they need to be quiet, they need to respect us or whatever. So I think they do hear it. Honestly though, man, I think at the end of the day, you have to take a look at the structure of the team. Mm-hmm. One thing that I noticed kind of interesting with the Nuggets was that both Jokic and Murray had the highest played minutes, I think, than anybody else in the NBA. I think Murray played 710 minutes within this playoffs. Damn. So it's not. I'm gonna be 100. I honestly believe that, yo, they just ran out of gas. It's okay. You're a young team. They showed that they had phenomenal potential, and they're gonna be a legit threat for the years to come, because they're a young team, like you were saying, man. And they have the best center, and they clearly have a star in Murray. But it was just the experience of the Lakers, because the Lakers they have champions on their team, and they have people that went to the finals. You have Dwight that went to the finals, JaVale McGee's a champion, LeBron's a champion, Rondo's a champion. So it's like they have that experience and that caliber there, and that's all that was. But it was just the experienced, seasoned team that beat the young team. That's all it was.
Man, you're right, man.
Yeah.
They had some shots that they could have knocked down, Andy. They had some shots. I was like, come on, man. You missed that. You missed the layup. Come on, Joker, man. Like, one of the things that I noticed really quick, Jamal Murray, he's going to have to strengthen his mentality. A little weak-minded. He got hurt, and it was like he disappeared. Did you notice that? He was acting like a wimp. Do you not remember Isaiah Thomas just limping like this? Do you not remember that? Like, what, yo, who's going to feel sorry for you that you hurt? Nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck.
No,
you got to keep playing.
You're right. Nobody does care. However, here's the thing, though. Because I didn't see the game, but it could have been one of those things where it was already hurt, and he was playing through it, and he didn't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? So it could be a lot of those things, man. Like, again, to Isaiah, was that in the finals?
Yeah.
I think that's why though.
Or
That
yeah,
makes
that was
sense.
the finals. It had to be the finals. Yeah, he was limp. This guy was limping. I will never forget it, man. Just limping, playing defense, limping. It's unbelievable. I think Jamal Murray thought Jokic was gonna take over, but Jokic was cold. Jokic, he has to step up, man. You got to be there, man. Both of y'all can't be ice cold. If if both of y'all are ice cold, y'all not gonna win. Yeah, that which means that I think they need a third superstar. Paul Millsap, pathetic. Gotta go. I'm taking him out my team. When I seen him running, just no, really, you see him running, no
No,
effort.
yeah.
Just he just looks so old, man.
No. And I agree. I agree. I think that's just gonna be the recipe for their success. Is just like Kevin, that third person that they could probably rely on. Because the funny thing about this whole playoff series, like this whole playoff run, is that you kind of see it mainly on the West Side. Like we seen the Jazz, and I think it was only Donovan Mitchell that was dominating, killing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you could only do that for so long. What happened to him? He got tired, and that's why they ended up losing because he had to guard Jamal, and he still had to score. And they end up losing. I think it's the same thing with the Nuggets. It was one of those things where they was playing their hearts out.
Mm-hmm.
But and I was going to say this, I think the Clippers, how do I say this one?
They could have beat the Lakers.
Uh-huh.
The Clippers could have beat the Lakers. They would have been way more of a challenge.
I wouldn't say that. I was going to say the Clippers helped the Lakers because Denver had to go through another 7-game series against a tougher team. Even though the Clippers played like trash, they had leads in those games, and it's like, again, those are added minutes to Joker. Those are added minutes to Murray. So when you get to the Lakers, even better team, in my opinion, it's like, man, like you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's like every minute counts, and it's like, again, they were just tired at the end of that stretch.
Yeah.
And it's okay. You know, it's like it's okay. I mean, it's another one of those things. Like I think the same thing happened with Kobe when Kobe was, I think, his rookie year. And he shot those 4 air balls. He was saying the same thing. Like I realized by the end of that season, during the playoff time, I didn't have enough legs under me. So what did he do? He trained for that. So the same thing with them. They just got to train for those extended series, and they'll be fine, man.
My dog, I hope so, because you got to remember, I seen some commercials, man. Klay Thompson's working back on his game.
Oh yeah.
Yo, the Lakers, they can enjoy this if they end up winning it. To just be happy, bro. The Warriors weren't here. The Warriors are here. You motherfuckers are in trouble. So enjoy it right now. Like I said, that's a team that's been LeBron's kryptonite. Now since he's on the West, the Warriors.
Oh man.
The Warriors are kryptonite.
Nah. I honestly think it's gonna be interesting, like to see a healthy Klay, to see a healthy Steph, Draymond. They got the 2nd pick, so I don't know what they're gonna do with that. But it's gonna be interesting next season.
They're coming back. They're coming back. That's what I'm scared of. They're coming back.
I know they're coming back, yeah, but I don't know if it's gonna be championship. It might be conference.
Mm-hmm.
I give them conference finals. I give them that.
Man, Klay Thompson might come back angry. You just don't know, man. Maybe Steph Curry might be working on his defense, but I got so Andy, just after watching that series, man, it taught me a lot about life, dog. You gotta want it so bad. Like I'm talking, you gotta really, 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 really want it. You gotta make those extra plays. You can't sit there and watch somebody lay the fucking ball up. Are you gonna defend? I remember when we played basketball in 3rd grade. Coach Angel would get so mad at us if somebody took a shot and we watched him take the shot. We even go down low to try to grab a rebound. Stop staring at the ball. Get your ass down and get the rebound. And that's probably why I got that mentality. You know, I don't sit there and watch like I would see these guys do it. Even on the defensive end, at least put a hand up. Damn. But when you're just staring at him lay it up, he's gonna make it. You're not doing anything. I've watched that it was driving me crazy, Andy.
No, I think the thing is you got to take into consideration that the game changed, and so it's like if you're going to try to block a shot, you got to keep in mind, am I in the way of him landing? How many fouls do I have? What's the situation? What's the flow of the game? There's a lot to take into consideration. It's not just, man, I'm gonna just go ahead and block this shot. Some players are like that, and that's usually the lower tier players that they could get subbed out, and it's not gonna hurt the team. But sometimes you got to take into consideration, like, okay, I got to make sure that I stay out of foul trouble. So he got me beat. He has me beat, and if I go up to try to block this shot, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be more. It's gonna end up being a foul than me getting a clean block. Even if I block it clean, the position that I'm in, it could look like it could be a foul. Cause you seen it, man. They call fouls for anything nowadays. You sneeze on the offensive player, it's a foul.
Dwight
So it's
Howard
like,
flopped a couple times. I know you saw that too. I'm like, come on, man.
they all do though. Every single player does that now, and it's still if that's keeping y'all safe. If that's, if that's part of the game now, then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You can't that's just the game today, man.
But anyway, our team plays here in a few hours. Miami Heat want them to close.
Hold on. Hold on. You ain't gonna talk about LeBron though?
Huh?
Never talk about LeBron.
No. But yo, man, I'm competitive, man. LeBron's the enemy now. He's the enemy now. I can care less about LeBron. I want to see his ass get whooped. Him and Mr. Unibrow. I want them both to get busted.
Oh my goodness.
But like he got a little hurt too on his ankle. He was hobbling a little bit.
No, LeBron did too. I think it was the game before that one too. But why can't you just give the man his props, man?
Competitive. I want Miami to win. Every year, I want the Miami Heat to win. Every year. I'm competitive as fuck, man. I want LeBron to actually meet his match. And LeBron said he wants to go against Miami. He thinks they'll pose more of a challenge than the Celtics. The Celtics had a chance to beat LeBron when he was in Cleveland a couple years ago, and they fucking faltered. And this is when Kyrie Irving was hurt, and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, the same lineup they have now, but they had Al Horford, which I feel like was better. I feel like they're missing that because there was something about Al Horford that it's gone now because he's not there. But they can't handle LeBron, man. They got all these locker room issues sometimes. Nah.
Yeah, if the Celtics go, I see them get in the game, but that's it. It's like I don't really see them.
Gordon Hayward's not even 100%. He's not even in season mode. Kemba Walker got his moments. If I put a real defender on Kemba Walker, he ain't gonna make all those threes that he's been making. Marcus Smart, if somebody could lock him up and take him out of the game, maybe the best he'll do is play defense on that person. But if that person is very, very talented, like how we saw LeBron was somebody all up on him and he still made the damn shot. That's the only props you get from me, Andy, about LeBron. That's it. Got me so fucking mad. Guy was all over him, and he still makes the damn shot. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do. Just knock him out, punch him in his face, and maybe he won't get up and you win the game. But like I said, dog, I feel like the Heat will pose a threat. I feel like somebody from the bench is gonna be the one to step up and it's gonna surprise him. I feel like Eric Spoelstra may put in Leonard, and Leonard may drop 30 points, and it's gonna surprise the Lakers. Like, oh shit, Leonard? Yeah, that's our 7-footer.
So here's the thing. With the Heat. If the Heat go against the Lakers, that might go 7 games. The reason why I'm saying that is because the Heat are impossible to scout. Mm-hmm. Because at any given point in time, it could be anybody. Yep. The fact that Tyler Hero dropped 37 one night, it's like, what? You had Jimmy drop 40 on the Bucks. You had Dragic. You got Duncan. It's like it could be any one of them boys, any given moment in time. So plus they got Iguodala, which I think the main reason why they got him, because I haven't really seen him play, but I think they got him just for LeBron James, just in case they do make it to the finals. They have an additional player that could he's their best chance, not their best chance, but he's like, their best chance.
LeBron away.
LeBron.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He can put LeBron away. I know he can. I still believe in Iguodala, man. I'm happy he's on our team this time. But yeah, man, I can't wait to see how this finals unfolds. Shout out to the NBA for still doing the season. I'm gonna publicly say on the air I was wrong. I thought that they should have never played, but for some reason watching the game it brings some kind of joy to my life with all the bullshit going on. So I was wrong. The NFL playing, I'm still watching it and I'm still enjoying it. But to me, it'll always be better with crowd, audience being there. And I think those guys will never take the audience being there for granted ever again. Just it's better when you have a crowd there, man. But
Even though the crowd boos for equality, but never mind. Go ahead, continue.
oh yeah, you're right. You're right. We don't know what would have happened if the crowds were there. We don't know, but I think you're right though, Andy. They did that in Kansas City. I don't
In
know.
your city, right? What's up with
Yeah,
your city, bro?
not my city. I just live here. I'm just a resident, man. I'm a Miami guy. Always forever. Dade County, 305. Y'all already know. Yeah, man. But like man, like I said, man. Yeah, you're right. We don't know. We don't know what would have happened, Andy. But you might have a point. Maybe the crowd would have been tripping, man. What a year it's been, dog. What a year it's been. I'm gonna be practicing. Pulled the stunt. I don't know if you've ever taken it. You remember when you first said to yourself, you know what, I'm gonna take this photography thing kind of serious, and you were scared because somewhere in the back of your mind you're like, dog, what if this fails, man? Like, but you're so optimistic. You're like, I don't even want to look at that because
Yeah, but I think here's the thing, and I recently heard this not too long ago. If you fail, what happens if you fail?
you know what? Absolutely nothing. You just learn.
There's that. Ultimately, there's that. But I think in a more literal sense, okay, you failed and you end up where you are right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I didn't necessarily. There might be say, "Oh, I lost money." Yeah, that was part of the lesson. So next time around, you're gonna know what not to do. And that's where the growth comes in. I think. Yeah. So in terms of like you talking about the CDL, right?
Yeah, going to train, getting back behind the wheel of a truck again, man. I haven't done that in 2 years, man. And my wife is always telling me, she's like, you better not. My wife's like, make this shit happen. We need somebody to come through. And it's like at this point, once again, I'm that hope. I was that hope to get us a car. I had a good credit, and I had to get my license, and I got it. And I remember being in that position a couple years ago, man. 2017, I didn't, my wife couldn't get a brand new car for a lot. I was the only one with a good credit, and so I had to pass the damn test. I got my license and shit, and I remember how happy she was. We were able to go off the lot, get a brand new 2017 Honda Accord, man. I was the guy. I was basically took a clutch shot. It was the game winner was on me, and I made it. Now I got to make it again. I got to make it again, man. It's crazy. You always be dreaming about being in these positions, Andy, and it's like, yo, your attitude. I feel so confident, man. It kind of scares me. Like, damn, why am I so confident, man? But
what? How long will you be at the class?
man, I'm gonna be there from the 28th of September, and they said October 19th is my expected graduation date. So I should have it when I'm coming down to your wedding. I should have the CDL already in hand. As a matter of fact, I probably should have drove a week, and then go to your wedding because, got to make some money before I go out there. But, like, when I'm at your wedding, we should be cheering about me being successful with that choice that I made. And you know what's crazy? This is how I know it's going to happen. I looked on my workday thing. My manager at the hospital I was working at, he denied me to go to your wedding. He denied me. He said no. He said your time off requested was denied. And I was like, first it was my dad, the stroke. Then now it's you. I was like, dog, this is why this is happening. This is how I know everything's just falling in place and it's just gonna work. It's all gonna work itself out. It's all gonna work itself out, man. There's a blessing behind this.
Have you ever gotten a day off?
No. I know the only time he gave me off was when my
Gabriella.
wife had that was it. That was it. That was the only time he let me have off, those 2 weeks, and that was it. And any other time, if I ask for a day off for something that I want to do or just something, I bust my ass. I'm pretty sure I earn my respect from everybody. This guy won't let me do it, and then that's all. That's where I come to that conclusion all the time. Where like, yo, man, fuck this job shit, man. I can't keep doing this. And I already got fired at my last job because I cursed the manager out. What if I come up in his office and say, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why don't you give me my fucking day? I was like, we already know what happens when you do that, Robin. So my wife tells me, keep a chill head because I know you'll curse out managers because they're stupid to you. You're right. They're dumb. And so now here I am in that position, that game-winning position. Andy, the ball is in my hands. There's 3 seconds left. What am I going to do? Am I going to make the 3 or am I going to make the 2? What am I going to do, man? Am I going to make the game-winning shot or going to put me on the line? I got to win it, man. I got to win it. You're going to be in that position too sometimes as a husband. You're going to see what I'm talking about. There's going to be some times you're going to be hot and your wife is going to be cold. So guess who she's going to? She's going to you. You gotta produce, man. You gotta be on fire, man. That's why it's so important to be so consistent as a man, because you're gonna be needed. And if you ain't consistent, oh man, you're not gonna go in there with that momentum that you're gonna win, And so, yeah, man, I'm really excited about this because I want to take this podcast to another level, man. Because people like us. Shout out to all the people overseas that listen to the podcast. I see we got Ghana, we got Canada, we got France that's been growing up. More people in France are listening to us. Shout out to France. You know what I'm saying? I'm Haitian, so I got nothing but love for y'all. Shout out to Ireland. Shout out to Poland. That was a new one, Andy. Poland. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Poland. Shout out to Poland. People from Poland are listening to the podcast, man. I mean, it's a nice long list, man. Poland, Ghana, Ireland, man. What other states? What other countries, man? Oh, they're gonna kill me because they're gonna be like, "Come on, Rob, you gotta say my country." God dang, Canada.
Zimbabwe, Canada.
Nah, don't quite have. Yeah, we got Canada, man. Canada's listening to us. Yeah, we just got a lot, man. We got a lot of people listening to us, man, and it's great. And I'm really excited, and it's about to be more, man. We just gotta continue being consistent, man. It's growing. It's growing, man. Sooner or later, I'll be able to call you and Joe up and say, "Yo, I'm about to pay you guys. Well, how do you guys want it? Cash App, or do you want it through Zelle, where you're tax free and you get your money?" You know what I mean, man? Shit, man, but excited, dog. And how about you, Andy? Your heart racing? Anybody in Eureka's family tell you, hey, man, you can walk out now? Because I remember everyone in Steph's family was telling me that, Robin, you can walk away now, man. You can walk away now. You don't know what you're walking into. You know what I mean? I remember that shit happening. My mother-in-law tried to scare me. You go on. Has that happened to you yet? Or is everybody just like, go, Andy, you got this?
It's neither. I mean, the thing is, we've been together for so long. It's like it's about time. That's our situation.
All right. And here's a deep question I have for you, Andy. I had to ask myself this a few years ago. Do we honestly need a state to tell us that we want to marry an individual and actually say, okay, you're finally married? Or can two people just make that decision? Hey, we're married. I'm committed to this person. Does a piece of paper really signify everything that you've been through thick and thin? You need a piece of paper. Heck, you need a marriage license to get married. So I'm asking the government, hey, I need a license to get married. Does that, when you start thinking about it, like, yo, I don't need that.
You sound like Batman.
Yeah. Because believe it or not, when Batman tell me something, it take me a minute to process it. Because I'm like, why does Batman feel this way? The more and more I think about it, I'm like, God damn, Batman got a point. I really wish Batman would get on this damn show, man. He's just on some weird shit. He don't want to get on the damn show, man. But you ever think about that?
I mean, when Batman brought up to my attention, I was like, okay, I hear you. Mm-hmm. It makes sense what you're saying. However, it goes down to the logistics of everything, just in terms of like bank accounts, loans, your property and everything like that. It's easier to me, I feel like it's an easier transition just letting the state know, hey, we're married, this is not my wife, and this is how we're going to divvy everything out. And I think I think when I was discussing with Batman, I think the biggest thing we were talking about was like divorce. How come in divorce, um, we can't, as a couple, decide, or as two individuals, decide what each one of us will get? And I told Batman, like, yo, it is like that. You know what I'm saying? If
Mm-hmm.
you are two mature individuals that decide that we are no longer good for one another, you would then decide and come to a fair agreement, like, hey, um, this is what you should have, this is what I should have, and if y'all agree, y'all let y'all lawyers know, and then they'll take it up to the judge, and then that's it.
And the lawyers, they want to see you fight, man. Um, somebody on YouTube, I don't know how she got this. She got all the text messages Dr. Dre was sending to his wife and shit, his ex-wife now, because this lady wants $2 million a month from him in spousal support. And I'm just like, what the hell is your problem, man? And then there's guys that say he should pay up. That was his wife. He should pay up. He should, like, yo, that's $2 million, man, a month. What do you need that much money for? You're by yourself, all your kids are grown. What do you need $2 million for? And then all the judges are saying, hey, like you got one judge say, hey, when she texts you, don't even respond, ignore her. And I think that's what Nicole's lawyer is telling Nicole to do. Hey, don't respond to Dre, because Dre sent her like 20 text messages. She never responded to any of them. I was like, oh man, this is gonna be a nasty divorce, man. It's gonna be a nasty divorce. That's the one thing that I can't stand. They're the ones in the positions, the world, the government is in the position to tell you when you're married, right? And then they're in the position to tell you how you're going to go about everything once you guys are separated. You know, that's that shit crazy to me, dog. Spousal support? What? You can't just be by yourself and grind and you get to that fucking position because you were ahead of you were ahead of the pack. You had a second person to lean on, man. So who's been grinding by myself single, you know, I was divorced and then I made it to the top. Then I have a friend, a clown, who's saying, yo, me and my wife divorced, but yo, I'm getting $2 million a month. I'm looking at that guy like I want to beat his fucking ass. What the fuck? I didn't take that shortcut. Why the fuck should you? Like, yo, why do we run away from the struggle? So what? They're temporary. They don't have to be permanent.
Hey, so check it out, check it out.
Yeah.
So Dr. Dre was a billionaire, pretty much close to it.
$2 million a month, Andy. Think about that.
There's a certain lifestyle that she was living. There was a certain lifestyle that she was living that she got accustomed to, and that she wants to maintain. Is it fair? Is it sane? I think not. But in her little mind, she deserves that $2 million a month, and she could ask for more. But I agree with you 100%. If you wasn't going to be shooting in the gym, yo, you don't deserve this money. But at the end of the day, I don't know, man. I think there's a lot behind the scenes. There was a lot. There was probably time that she held them down to produce. She probably was the one that convinced him to sell Beats by Dre to Apple. We don't know.
Right.
You know, so it's like,
where's her savings at though, Andy? Where's hers? I'm pretty sure her and Drake can come to an agreement here. Here's the amount of money I'm giving you for the rest of your life. Good, boom, done. Fuck you need lawyers for? Lawyers are just little viruses, just gnats. You know what I mean? Like just mosquitoes.
yeah.
Go suck blood and that's it. But yeah, man. I'm hoping the best, and I'm hoping the best for Emmett Smith in his situation. It's just crazy, man. So Andy, after looking at these two situations, there's not an equation that means that you're guaranteed anything. I'm starting to realize that, dog. You ain't guaranteed anything. You could be so happy one day, right? Then the next day, your significant other might just tell you, I don't want to be with you anymore. And then you're going to be like, what? What did I do? You're going to try to fix it. You're just going to go straight into defense mode. No. I'll get it. You're going to turn Super Saiyan 3 and you're going to try to battle. Knowing that it's not going to work, dog. Even Super Saiyan 3 won't take this mindset down, dog. Man, dog, it's unbelievable, man. So going forward, I hope people can get married for the right reasons, man, and really ask themselves some serious questions, dog. Are you really gonna be with this person even if they get fat? Will you have the balls to tell them, hey, you're getting fat, you look like shit, can you do something about it? Do you have the balls to say that? That's not easy. It's not you. If you have you and Eureka had that conversation? Because I remember one time Steph said, "Hey, Rob, you starting to get a little fluffy. I'm too. No, I'm only 6'1". I'm 6'1", and at one point I weighed 262. What the fuck? It was almost 300 pounds. I was almost as worse as David Goggins. I was just eating out all the time. That was my fault, man. Eating like shit. I don't know if that's ever happened to you, Andy, but you were so heavy where people were concerned. I don't think you ever had that problem.
How much you weighing now?
The last time I checked, I was 245, sir. The last time I checked.
That ain't bad. That ain't bad.
Still got some work to do, though, man. My next weigh-in is on the 28th. I'll let me on Monday. I'll let you
know. So tomorrow.
Yep. My weigh-in is tomorrow, man. We'll see if I went up or if I went down again. So far, I've been consistent. Been dropping weight. I've lost 9 pounds. 254. Dropped down to 247, man. I'm proud of myself, man. I'm getting there.
I got you, man. Again, just take one day at a time, man. One day at a time, man. Like same thing we were saying in regards to like going into marriage. It's all about the intent. Be intentional on the things that you're doing, and you should be fine. Mm-hmm. You know, that's all it is.
Right, and it's really a spirit game too, man. And was there ever a female, you know, hope Eureka doesn't get mad. I don't think she will. Was there ever a female you kissed in your past, and you kissed her, and you felt absolutely nothing? Oh, so it's happened to you too.
No, I was just gonna say I only kissed one other female that I felt nothing. Yeah. I'm gonna say no because my first kiss, we ended up dating. That was my girlfriend at the time, and so I felt something. But was it love? Definitely not. Probably just infatuation because again, that was my first girlfriend, so I was sprung. So I can't say that I did. I can't say that I was ever in that situation.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that crazy? What about you? Dog, there's been plenty. I think, you know what's crazy? Middle school, I guess middle school doesn't count, man. And then in high school, I had a girl that I never even kissed on the lips, man. But when I got to college and I was fooling around with,
What about Barbara? What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did, man. When I was kissing her, it felt good. But when I started realizing, okay, the relationship is deeper than that, because I would notice the things that she would say on things as far as like, you know, kids are gonna eat Burger King every day. I was like, what the fuck? Then the next time I kissed her, I didn't feel what I felt at the same time. Like my spirit was like, nah, nigga, you gotta get out of this. This ain't no. Your kids are gonna be obese. Your kids are gonna be out of shape, unhealthy, and that is not what you stand for, man. And so it's so funny. You gotta, I think they should have this as a rubric or something in school, man, where you can protect your spirit somehow. You know what I mean? Like people need to understand that, yo, you got a spirit inside of you, and it's either good or it's average or it's okay or it's weak or it's depressed. You gotta feed that spirit, Andy. Like I swear, like we should know about this kind of stuff, because I ain't gonna lie, I fooled around a little before I met my wife, and I didn't feel anything from those girls. They couldn't even penetrate my soul, and it bothered them because I was protecting it. I knew how to protect it, but then again, I'm a man. It's easy for us to do that. For women, it's like the hardest thing because I'm telling them to throw their emotionalness out of the window. It ain't happening. But there are some women that are thugs that can do it. And those women get shamed upon by the other women. Oh, she ain't no real woman. I was like, what are you talking about? She figured out the game. She figured it out.
Oh my gosh, right.
Think logically versus emotionally, man. She peeped game.
I mean, so here's the funny thing, right? I was actually talking with my girl not too long ago about this same little thing, and I was telling her, like, you know, I really couldn't ever see myself sleeping around or being like having like a whole phase. I think I would have to got pushed to that point.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it was ever anything that I seen myself doing because I feel like I would have got too attached to whoever I was gonna be sexually active with. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny that you bring that up. It makes sense. I think a lot of the times for guys, is it easier for us to just shut our feelings down? Yeah. At the same time, I feel like deep down there might be a little something that we feel for them, just a little bit, but
yeah,
we just don't let it surface.
Nah, not the females I was messing around with. Hell nah. I told my wife this before too. I was like, one of them literally said, "Get me pregnant. I want to have your baby." I'm like, "No, you are out of your mind. This was not the deal. The deal was, hey,
this is not part of the contract." See right there?
Yeah, exactly. I said, we gonna fool around. You said you got needs, I got needs, and we were gonna take care of each other's needs. That was it. We were not gonna get into anything serious. This is strictly fun. And she's like, but I was like, oh no, here we go. I was like, so I was basically telling her, let's rip the contract up. We're not gonna reconstruct a new one. We're just gonna stop this right now. Come on. Like, no. What type of shit is that? I fucking give you some good dick, and then you tell me, hey, I want to have your baby? What is your problem? You don't know me. I just did one. I performed one act, and I did it superstar Hall of Fame status. And just because of that, I'm the greatest. No. This was with a woman who was 10 years older than me. No, that was just baffled me. I was 22, she was 32. That was the crazy thing. I'll never forget that, dog.
Oh man, hey man, yo man, hey, that's how it be, bro.
Yo, man, for real, man. It's in but that's when I started learning, Andy, because I wouldn't feel nothing for her. For her, it was something I had to negotiate. Somebody is the better negotiator. Somebody's actually negotiating, and the other person's like, no, I want pleasure. Maybe something great's gonna come out of it. When you have that mindset, you're gonna start blaming everybody for what goes wrong. Man, he used me for sex, or she used me for sex, and blah, 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 blah. And now all the excuses come. You know, my spirit wasn't ready. You like literally, you have to be like Goku. You gotta prepare for battle, man. You gotta know how to get in defense mode, like how Yugi had all those monsters, man. Put them in defense mode. You gotta know your mode for an extended period of time, and you must be educated on that mode so you know how to get in that mode when it's vital, man. And so when she said that, I went complete in defense mode. I got her eyes, I was like, nah, man, you crazy. It ain't happening. I remember trying to get a female out of a bad situation. She was in an abusive relationship, and I thought I was gonna be her knight in shining armor. But when I realized that didn't work, and she was really attached, I'm like, God damn, it really is like how they say it is on TV. They don't want to leave their abuser. So I was like, dang, when I was single, fooling around, having fun, I was starting to realize, damn, a lot of this shit on TV, they ain't lying. These females really do get attached to their abuser. And then they complain to you, and you just like, come on, man, I'm better than this guy. And then the abusers are always big-ass people. She was like, he's 6'7". You don't want to meet this? I was like, 6'7"? Whatever, man. I don't care about that. Like, I'm sitting next to somebody 6'7". It's not that tall. I'm like, dog, first of all, I'm not even the average height of a man. Most men are like 5'9" or 5'7". I'm 6'1", dog. 6'7" doesn't intimidate me. I stood next to a 7-footer for Pete's sake, and that even scared me. Maybe if I stand up next to Shaq, maybe I'll be a little terrified because Shaq is 300 and something pounds, you know. But dog, right, Andy? You're 6'2". You know what it is when you stand next to somebody who's 6'6" or 6'7" or 6'8". It's not as tall as you think. They're like, if you could get yourself on some kind of step stool, you'll be right there with them. And that's all you literally need. 3 inches off the ground. You can jump and they damn height. Like, come on, man. But yeah, man, that's when I was realizing, oh shit, man, there's some people that are literally going in circles, man. You want to leave an abuser, but you protect the abuser. Why? And then you have a child with him, and then you text me saying, what's good? What are you texting me what's good for? I was like, yo, get off of my line. Because at that time, I was with Steph. Yo, hey, you wanna come see me, blah, blah, blah? Because I stopped bugging her. I was like, yo, I'm not about to waste my time. And can you imagine there's guys that have went down that route and they lost their life? because they wanted to be with some girl that was getting abused, and they wanted to be the knight in shining armor because they're just following what they see on TV. Everybody wants to be a Romeo and to find their little Juliet. You see how Disney could get you killed? Disney. Disney. Fuck out of here, man. That's why I've always feel like that. That's why I've never been a fan of Disney. You want to be Romeo.
You see how Disney could get you killed.
Yep. Disney. Somebody watching a stupid cartoon trying to live it out. Dragon Ball Z will never get me killed because Dragon Ball Z made sense. You push yourself to limits, and if you're gonna die, then guess what? You're gonna die. Goku thought about it before he fought Frieza. He thought long and hard about it. And Piccolo said, Goku, it's gonna take everything you got to kill every one of his homeboys. Let him know, yo, you might die. Are you okay with that? Yes, but I'm gonna beat him. Okay, you're gonna die trying. So shout out to 50 Cent, die trying. But yeah, man, like I said though, man, like it's fun today if you're looking to learn, right? But don't be so emotionally attached to it that you make it your life. You know what I'm saying? Like people, like Andy, I've talked to people in the military, right? I asked them, yo, how do you feel about this shit? Does it get you mad that people are not standing up for the national anthem, blah, blah, blah? This female that I know, she's in the Navy, she's in the Air Force, and she said a lot of people in the military, a white female too, on top of that. A white female, yo. She's younger than me, 25 years old, and she said that they don't care about that, dog. That's not what it's about, you know, and I knew it, man, but you got all these people that try to say, oh, you're a coward if you don't respect the flag. Why are we praising the flag? We need to praise good character. We need to praise honesty and respect. You know what I mean? We need to praise equality, not a fucking flag. Get the hell out of here, man. If I don't know how to speak Creole and I'm holding a Haitian flag talking about, yo, I'm a Haitian, and they're like, what do you know about the Haitians? I don't know anything, but I'm repping the flag. They're going to say, he's a dumbass. He's a dumbass. It's like me telling you that I could drive it's like me telling you I could drive a car and I ain't got no damn license. I don't know how to drive a car. And you've seen me hit a damn gate, Andy. You remember that shit? I was an idiot. But yeah, man. Shit's crazy. Now, Andy, what is your take on that? Now, since you're out the military, do you still keep in contact with any of your Marine homeboys, and are any of them talking to you about it? Are they like all mad that they see in the NBA there's Black Lives Matter stains on the court?
No. There's actually a few of them actually are coming to the wedding, but to my knowledge, man, they see a country in pain. And you know, they just are trying to sympathize with the country, but the whole flag thing of being patriotic, that's
so stupid to me.
Their loyalty is not within the flag; it's within the people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you said it. It's like I seen something. There was a guy that was talking about the Confederate flag and what it meant to him. And he was saying how like it's been in my family and all this and all that, and it means different things for different people. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
But it's like it's what makes the flag stand for something is the people. You get me? If that makes sense. But it's not the flag itself. And so if somebody is not standing up for the national anthem, that's their choice. You know, that doesn't mean that he hates you. You know, it's just like he's just not standing up for the national anthem, and that's that. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So in terms of like my friends and everything like that, no, they cool, they're fine. They have bigger things to focus on than just a minor disagreement.
I'm telling you, that's the problem, man. We just don't get along. Just don't see eye to eye on shit. Somebody is always trying to enforce their values on you, and they want you to change your values and just won't accept you for who you are, man. Like I got a homeboy, he listens to the podcast. He knows who he is, and he'll try to convince me to listen to this guy. Like it's kind of like trying to passively aggressively trying to push the Christianity thing on me, dog. And I'm like, yo, we already been through this discussion. Why are you doing this? Why are you showing me a pastor who's like me and dresses like, yo, it's not gonna work, dog. Like, cut it out, man. Cut it out. I've accepted you for you, accept me for me, and let's move on. The problem is, Andy, we got communities of people that are fighting each other, and it's hard to move on. But it's like thousands upon thousands of them. I just hope that they don't be bringing out dogs anymore or hoses in there, and it's like looking like 1954, 64 again. Like, yo, you getting hit by water and you dying?
I think the issue is there is no, so the issue is there is no definitive right or wrong, and people believe that their right is right
Yeah.
and that your right is wrong. And it's like, who decides that? You know what I'm saying? And it's exhausting just to see it. And my thing is, in terms of the whole Black Lives Matter, right?
Yeah.
A life is lost. That's something to sympathize over. You know what I'm saying? It's like, in terms of Breonna Taylor, cops come in unannounced. You just break into the woman's door and you just kill this woman for no blame, for no reason. Nothing was going on. And so it's like, you have people be like, oh, she probably did this. Jacob Blake gets shot. Oh, he walked through. It's like, hold up, like, still, there's escalation. Like, you have to know, like, there's parameters. You know what I'm saying? When people, the thing that irks me is that when they always try to justify a death.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, there's no justification. Mm-hmm. There is none. The cop acted outside of their procedures, and in them doing so, an innocent life is now lost. And it's instead of you saying like, oh, they probably did this, they probably did that. We just want you to just clearly just sympathize or empathize with us and understand, like, yo, we just lost one of our own. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the issue. But again, it goes back to, they feel like their right is right and our right is wrong. We feel the same way, vice versa. So it's like, I don't know why it's like, yo, we can't agree to disagree.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We can't do that. But it's like, it's so simple. Like, I don't know, man.
Yo, for real. And Damon Dash, I don't know if you've noticed on YouTube, he has like a streaming service called Beehive TV. Have you seen that?
Nah.
The things that this man talks about is just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. I learned from this guy. Like, it's I'm telling you, he's some good content. You know, that's what I was telling you and Joe last night when we were on the podcast. We are so good at fucking media, and we haven't really had a chance to really be ourselves. We always have to be under a microscope of somebody else.
No, we are tailored to the audience that we are tailored to their audience. Like I said before, we are, from what I've been hearing, Black people are 13% of America. You know what I'm saying? So if we're 13% of America, the way our vernacular, our mannerisms, it might not appease the audience that they're trying to target, which is the majority of white individuals. So I think that's the only thing. And that, like I said, that's why we do have podcasts in which we could talk in the manner in which we talk. We could do it. We go about and we talk about life, talk about things the way that we like to talk about it. And whoever stumble across our sites could get how we really are. That's why I think what I find funny, all the smoke is hilarious to me, because it's like, I will see Matt Barnes on television and then I'll listen to his podcast. I'm like, it's the same dude. It's like night and day, but it's like, that's the game. He knows when he's on ESPN, I have to speak a certain way. Same thing with Stack. Yeah, like, it's funny when I see him, because like, I know how he want to act. You can see how he want to act, but he restrains himself because he understands, all right, I'm on this show, so I can't go off like I want to go off, but I have a space to do so. And we have the fan base that supports that as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Isn't that crazy, Andy? It's the person who invented a podcast allowed people to really show who they really are. Just And Allen Iverson, I don't know if you saw that episode with Allen Iverson, probably the best one I've ever seen on All the Smoke. Allen Iverson was on their most recent episode. That was great. They said Allen Iverson was the trendsetter. Allen Iverson was the reason why I wanted to have swag. Allen Iverson was the reason why I wanted to have an earring at some point in my life when I got older, because I couldn't do it in the Haitian household. It wouldn't happen. I had to move out first. Allen Iverson was probably my favorite point guard that just didn't get a ring, and it just broke my heart. He had one opportunity. He pretty much was like LeBron. He took a whole team to the finals. You can't even remember his starting five, and he got him up there. Stomped over Ty Lue, and that was the only win. And Kobe and Bryant and Shaq just said, "We're gonna annihilate you," and that's exactly what they did. Won 4 straight. Finals over. I didn't even know what happened. I'm like, it's over already. I was rooting for Philly that year too, man. And he was so misunderstood because of Allen Iverson. The NBA has a dress code: wear a suit and tie, because the whole hip hop shit that you guys are bringing into corporate America, it shouldn't be accepted. Why the fuck? Why is it not? Why the hell do I have to dress in a suit and tie to impress you? Why the fuck is that the standard in business? I thought it was just intelligence. If I could bring something to the table and it can help you and it can help me, why the fuck the way I dress? Why does it bother you so much? Like, yo, I'm being me. It's crazy to me, dog. Like,
but again, though, man, that's why again the time that we living in is phenomenal,
mm-hmm.
and it's we're living in the time in which you could do whatever it is that you want to do, and you can reap success in what you want to do. In terms of corporate America, that's just how it's always been. They're more traditional, and it's one of those things where if they see something that is threatening that condition, they try to mitigate it to the best of their abilities, man. And it's as simple as that. And I mean, I will still say this though. I think because of AI, where players are required to wear suits, but they style it out though. Shout out to Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? He wears what he wears, and it's like he still affected the league in that way. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the nature of the beast, man.
So dumb to me, man. Because
I agree. No, I agree.
let people be themselves, man. How much masking do they gotta do? Eventually, you're gonna wear so many masks, it's gonna take you a long time to remember what mask you originally came in with. You know what I'm saying? Like, people can get lost in identities because you gotta be this person here, this person there. You can't be like, what piece is that? There's just no.
But that's the thing, though. I think at the end of the day, you are still you. It becomes language changes versus identity changes. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like if if I'm talking with you, typically like the way I talk with you, I talk with everybody else. Mm-hmm. But there's certain individuals in which, if they are in a white space, let's say if I'm working with predominantly white staff, they might not understand my slang. I'm gonna adjust the way that I speak just a tad bit, but it's still gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? So same thing going back to Matt Barnes and Stack. They understand when they're in the studio of ESPN. Again, they're talking the same way. They just got to change a few things. Mm-hmm. Versus when they do the podcast, it's free range. And so I don't want to say it's too much of it being a mask. I'll just say they understand. Okay, I gotta use I gotta change my dialect up here. That's all it is. That's all that it really becomes. However, though, you are correct in which there are individuals that do struggle with that identity crisis of constantly changing who they are in every single circle that they are a part of, and that's not good at all. That's not healthy.
That can make you resort to drugs. That can make you resort to a lot of stupid shit because you're lost. You're not happy, and so. Yeah, man, I definitely agree with you. And you're not lying. It is night and day difference. When I first saw the episode of All Smoke, I'm like, yo, Matt Barnes is like one of the homies, dog. I developed a different respect for him. I'm like, yo, I'm not by myself, man. That's great, man. And I ain't gonna lie, Andy, when I have my white friends, I talk the same way that I talk to you with them. And they love that shit. Only because they're like, yo, this is who you really are. I'm like, yo, this is really who I am. I ain't gonna change it. Some of them even started saying Miami slang terms. Because I refuse, man. I'll throw some vocabulary words because I know they like that stuff, right? You can help with a couple big vocabulary words to develop a little respect for you, right? but I'm never gonna say their words. Just nah. You'll never catch me talking to a white person. I'm like, yo, that's awesome, man. I'm not doing that. I don't say that to you. I don't even say that to my brother. You'll never hear me say certain words like ain't coming out my mouth, dog. But you know,
you never say totally. You never say, you'll never do that.
Never. Absolutely never. It ain't happening.
Never.
I've said dude, but not in the way that they say it. Dude, the way Miami guys say it, like we say it in this way, like you're just this guy, like this dude, and white people like, dude, like you see the tone difference there. It's like, yo, you're my friend, and then dude, you know, like who the fuck is this guy? Because there's a tone difference right there. You know what I mean?
Oh man, no, you're right.
It's like, yo, that's what's crazy because I remember one of my white friends saying, yo, Bobby, why you say a dude in a way like like it's not very endearing, it's not loving. I'm like, because it's not where I come from. It's more like,
you're right.
I don't really like you like that. Like,
you're 100% correct, bro. 100% correct.
It's the culture, man. Some older people be like, why do you call me a kid? I'm like, I don't mean it like as if you are. It's just the Miami thing. You wouldn't understand. You just wouldn't understand, man. And I remember when I went to K-State, they tried to make me feel bad for being such a Miami culture guy. And when I was young, I listened to them because I didn't have enough confidence in my foundation within myself to say, man, fuck that. The hell? That's where I come from, man. I love it, man. But you know what? I listened to them and I said, okay, let me see. Maybe they're trying to teach me how to move in corporate America. Maybe that's all they were trying to say. And then when I got older, I realized, oh, that's what they were trying to do. Because there's some people in college that they refused to do it and they were still talking like high school people, right? And then when they graduate, they're still doing the same. And then they found it hard to be the right candidates for positions in corporate America that paid them some good money. But oh man, we ain't changing that. So funny, man. You ever want to hear? Somebody was making fun of how Florida people talk on TikTok because we say the way we say certain words, like we say all of them. You know, we won't say all of them. We say all of them. You know what I mean? It's somebody that you from the South, you say ain't, and people be like, ain't no word. Like, I ain't do that shit. Or like, it's crazy, man. When we're supposed to say word, we be like, was gone. He was gone. He was gone. Always like, how do you spell gone? G-O-N. You don't put an E at the end? No, G-O-N. That's how it come through. And then some of them, I remember one of my friends, my white friends, he heard me call him dog. And so he texted me, what's up, dog? And he spelled it D-O-W-G. I was like, you spelled it wrong, man. I was like, don't use the word if you don't know how to spell it. He's like, so how do you spell dog? It's D-A-W-G. I had to educate my white friend on it, man. He was like, yo, because he's like, what's up, dog? D-O-W-G. I'm like, I was like, yo, I ain't got no damn tail, man. I'm like, you really think I'm a dog? All I heard was a wolf in my head. Like, yo.
Oh, man.
D-O-W-G. Hilarious, man. Yeah, man. We love, it's just good to see that a lot of black men, like, they at some point in time, they came into contact with a culture that I came in contact with because we use the same word. And when I hear CJ say dog, I'll be like, yeah. But when they say pop, they lose me, dog. Calling soda pop, I'm like, yeah, that boy's whack. Pop? What? You know, I debated with some people about that up here in Kansas City.
I mean, that's pretty much upbringing though, man. It's like,
oh, man.
I think if you are, I think Midwest, it's pop. Like from the South is soda, but
that's what it is.
It is what it is. It's
You've been in that debate too with a couple of them, Andy.
It's a soft drink. That's all it is. That's what it's called at the end of the day. A soft drink.
Oh, that's what it is. A soft drink.
Exactly.
If you want to be very, very, very technical about it, a soft drink. Like McDonald's. What, sir, what would you like for a soft drink? Why is it a soft drink? Who came up with that? There's a bunch of acid in it. There's nothing soft about the damn drink. I can't go sprinting after I drink some soda. You know what I mean? But yo, man, it's funny, man. Like we went into an hour-long debate about it. I told my homeboy, quit saying pop. And he's like, you quit saying soda because it's not soda. So I told him, so what do you really call it? He's like, soda pop. I was like, take off the pop. You already got it right. Just take the pop part out. That's what it is. It's soda. That's what it, man. So me, these Midwest people, we go at back and forth about certain terms and analogies. It's hilarious, man. It's hilarious, dog. But yo, man, this was definitely a good episode, sir, man. Very, very good content. Very, very good content, man. I like the direction that we're heading in, man. Can't wait to see who wins this game tonight. Let's just hope that the Heat are listening to Skip Bayless talking shit, saying, nah, man, LeBron's going to kill whoever wins out of the East. I hope Miami is like, yo, fuck this guy, Skip. Fuck the Lakers. Fuck, well, we're going to get AD. There's a certain mindset you got to come in with, and it's so funny how that mindset, it now transfers into your performance. You know, and I really want people to really get that and just let that sink into their spirit, man. When you have that mentality that I'm not scared, it's so crazy how different you perform, how faster you get things that other people just can't seem to get because they went in there saying, oh, man, I'm scared. I'm not going to win. I don't know. And you're like, man, I'm about to murder this shit, man. This shit is, I'm about to make the difference to this when I touch this. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to turn this thing into gold. It's an attitude, Andy. You know it, dog. You know it. You were the one who taught me that, Andy. You taught me that shit. Remember, man, I'll never forget it. We were running around a big old university. I'm in high school. I pretty much did the whole thing. And then towards the end, I was trying to walk. And then you just pushed my back. When you did that, you changed my life, dog. I always finish everything now because I thought it was bad that I actually did it. I'm like, yo, am I actually running all of this? I thought Andy was crazy for running this much. But when you pushed me, I was like, yeah. You were like, man, don't you want to be better than Shaq? I remember you telling me that. I was like, hell yeah, I'll be Shaq. When I had that dream to go to the NBA, man, it's crazy. I was so heartbroken. It didn't happen, man. Now I'm just watching the game like a fan, and some people be like, you act like you won't be on the court. You're damn right I do. If I had the chance, man, I would love it, man. But yeah, dog. Thank you for that moment, Andy. I hope you do that for other people too, dog. Some people won't even run around. They won't even attempt. I attempted it, man. You showed us what commitment was. When people were making fun of you, why does this guy always walk around with a basketball? The hell is this guy's problem? Remember that, though? We were making fun of to go to goddamn basketball. You had multiple bags. Yeah, you was walking around school like you was going shopping. It was hilarious, man. But you just showed me the commitment. And that's why I have the commitment to this day. You showed me what real commitment was. I didn't know what it was, man. I didn't know what it was. And I used to worry about people's opinions, and you did it. And when you did that, it showed me that I shouldn't worry about people's opinions either. That's why I don't worry about people's opinions. There's always people telling me, yo, man, like I said, like I was telling Joe, I told one of my homeboys at work, he's older. It's like 50-something years old, man. I told him I'm about to go doing the truck driving thing, doing this for my family, my wife, man, try to get us in a better opportunity. He looked at me and said, yo, don't you have a baby at home? You got a 4-month-old and you got 2-year-old and you got 2 others that always come from time to time, you know, my other 2 stepdaughters. I was like, yeah, man. He was like, yo, you shouldn't do that, man. They're not going to even know who you are when you come back. I'm like, what is this guy? I'm telling this guy this because this is a brother. You know what I'm saying? They should be happy when you advance. And he's telling me some negative shit. What happens if I'm somebody with low self-esteem, Andy? I'm going to probably call the lady who recruited me and say, hey, I can't do it. My friend told me I can't do it, man. Like, there's something like once again, I got to go back to Vegeta. Vegeta said to Nappa and Raditz, they said, Vegeta, why didn't it bother you with Frieza and then we're calling you a monkey and that you were weak because you couldn't annihilate a planet like Chicken in a day? He laughed and he said, strength is the only thing that matters in this world. Everything else is just a diffusion for the weak. I'll just never forget that. The gust of wind went up in the air and the camera was just right off Vegeta. I'm telling you, Dragon Ball Z changed my life, dog. Like, that was the shit, dog. Oh, you remember that scene, right? That shit was powerful, man. Like, I used to listen to this guy. I'm like, he is so smart. He's so intelligent. I used to be like, the word used to just go one ear out the other. Like, man, what did he say? He said such a big word, man. Like, Vegeta was so smart. So smart, man. Yeah, man. Like, that's the only thing that matters in this world. would you say to yourself? And Vegeta never cared when anyone said, that prince, that arrogant prince. And he said, I am the prince. You know, it just let you know. I don't care what you say. I'm still coming after you. I'm going to whoop your ass, man. And I just love Vegeta. I used to hate him when I was young. I was like, man, what's wrong with this guy? Why can't he calm and chill like Goku? But the thing is, I would probably be a little salty too if I was the same prince and I didn't turn Super Saiyan versus some random guy whose dad was stupid. So turns into Super Saiyan. I get it, man. I get it, dog. You got Vegeta's competitive spirit, man. But yeah, man, like, you have to be able to stand up on your own opinion, your own foundation. You defend your foundation. And somebody who sees how you defend your foundation, Andy, so well, they're going to be like, yo, Andy, let me get a piece of that shield. I need it in my foundation. And believe it or not, now you change somebody's life because now they know how to defend themselves better now because they saw how you defended yourself. You see what I'm saying, Andy? That's what we need to do for each other, man, to get the world a better place. You taught me how to ignore the naysayers. So now I put the headphones on when people start talking shit. Like, Rob, you can't do this. You can't do it. I'm like, all right, man. I even had a lady get emotional because I told her I was leaving. An older woman. It was like kind of like a mother figure to me. She was like, I didn't think you were going to do it so fast. I was like, you told me I got to take care of my family, man. You told me I got to take it up to the next level. You told me not to stay stuck in this hospital. You thought I wasn't going to listen. You thought I was going to be one of those people that we're just going to talk about it forever and I'll never do a change. You know, people get caught up in that. Oh, man, I'm just going to come back. I'm just going to vent to this person about the same shit all over again. As long as Andy keeps listening, I'm going to keep telling him. What you need to do is hang up the phone. What you need to do is get mean with them. Like, yo, I'm sick and tired of you talking about this sob story. It's either you're going to do something about it or not. If you're not going to do anything about it, don't talk to me about it. I'm tired of hearing it. Because now it's affecting your spirit, and now you're going to start learning how to lose. And then you're going to justify the losing. You see how that works, man? Like that. Like, I'm trying to help somebody here, man. Somebody gotta hear me here, man. Like, they got to, dog. But anyway, everybody, thank you for an episode of another episode of Real Talk Reviews in the Books. And if there's anything health-wise that you would like to share, you know, everybody in the little workout regimens, do you have any clients? You see anybody making some improvements? You want to give a shout out to a client for taking some advice of yours, man?
Of course. It's going to be a Khadijah Leaf. She's a Orlando police officer, doing a great job so far. Been training her for about 1 month now. She lost a total of 5 pounds, and mainly lost 5 pounds of fat, gained about 2 pounds of muscle. So she's looking pretty good so far, increasing her run time and everything like that as well. So it's looking good for her so far.
That's what I'm talking about. Andy, I got one question for you because me and my wife got into this debate. I told her, because what do you say to women who had kids, you know, obviously they breastfed and all that, and your titties sag? What workouts do they do to get them up? I said you gotta run, you gotta bench. Am I wrong, Andy? Tell me if I'm wrong. Because I know you've had probably some clients because they tell you, let me just go to a doctor that could just lift my titties up in a surgery, which I understand.
Now, this one is kind of tough because I think normally when people think about breast development or breast sagging and chest development for females when they train, if a female trains her chest and gains muscle in that area, the breast will have a tendency to shrink a little bit because the size is highly associated with fat. Mm-hmm. So if a female is gaining muscle overall, her breast may reduce in size. However, if they're sagging and they do that, they're gonna elevate though. You know what I'm saying? No. So in terms of like you weren't wrong in terms of the bench part. They just need to like focus on doing a little bit more chest exercises. I wouldn't necessarily say a bench press. I'll say more like flies, something that focuses them on like extending the chest and then squeezing the pecs at the top. Targeting it in different angles, that will be able to help them out a lot. And in terms of like cardio, same thing like I said before, man, just hit cardio. Not like high intensity interval training. That's the type of cardio that they should want to do and should want to target to necessarily lose the overall fat that they need to lose as well.
Okay, yeah, because I was telling her I could get it right, but when I told her that we have to do bench, she's like, "What? was like, yeah, you gotta lose fat on the arm somehow. Believe it or not, it works. Your triceps, your biceps, you're squeezing your chest while you're benching. You're supposed to, at least. And you're supposed to use your core too while you're benching. I see so many guys cheat, Andy. Their backs are not even on the bench. And they're lifting, like, yo, you can't even bench this, dog. You're cheating. I see somebody do 3 plates, and he lifted his own back up, and he screamed up, and he looked at me, he's like, yeah, man. I was like, you a cheater, dog. You a cheater. You a cheater. You didn't even get it done. Keep your back flat, you cheater, man. I'm like, because I did it the right way. And he was watching me. He's like, hey, you struggled there. Okay, I'll struggle. All right. I struggled. I'm the one who did it the right way. You ain't struggling. You cheated. You lift your whole body up. Like, it's like they about to bang a girl, man. Like, she on top of him, and he's like trying to get his stroke up. He lift his whole midsection up and his meat up. You ever notice how that it just be sticking out, thrusting. Shit hilarious. This is making me laugh, dog. Well, yeah, man. Yo, thank you everybody for rocking with us, man. Another episode of Real Talk, Real Views in the books. Hey, sir, take it easy, man. Enjoy the rest of the week. Good luck to the rest of the week, man. And everybody, y'all be easy, man. Peace.